Yeah.
Forget the rest.
Are y'all feeling that?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live
I want my
Unplugged.
chest resting on the table.
Hello. We are back. Real Talk with Crystal.
And Jenny J, how y'all doing today?
Well,
That rhymed a little bit. With Jenny J, how y'all doing today? Hey. Oh, okay. Go ahead,
we're not
Crystal.
playing with you.
All right.
So today, you guys had to excuse us. We're a bit late today. We had some situations come up, so we're a little behind. So we are going to change the topic for this podcast. We'll get back to the men on the very next podcast.
Yeah, we going to sound off on y'all one time. We still love y'all, but that's next episode.
So today, we're going to just talk about a couple of different things. But one of the things I want to talk about is a post I saw online. And the question asked, it says that they've been seeing a lot of posts about Asians and us standing in solidarity with them because of the spa murders. There was a young white male, I can't remember his name, but he ended up going into a spa that was ran by Asians. He ended up shooting and killing them. And he did it supposedly, he said he did it because he had some kind of sexual addiction. And the way to control
To
it
nails?
or deal with it was, no, they
You
were
can
women.
nail people? Oh,
No, they well, I think the spa was massages and stuff like that. Don't quote me. But he said the way he dealt with his sexual addiction was to go in there and shoot them and deal with the problem that way, which really makes no sense. I mean, it sounds like a lie, but it's so far-fetched. I mean,
but why
I
you
don't
got
know.
to shoot people? Why you can't just shoot yourself?
I don't understand it at all. It really made no sense. But
Shoot your thing off.
the-
Then problem solved. I'm just saying. I mean, we dealing with sexual abuse. Just shoot. I'm just saying. You ain't gotta go kill people
yeah, I
to
don't
make
understand.
yourself feel. Just shoot yourself. I mean, okay.
I
Never
don't
mind.
understand that either. So the question was, should we stand in solidarity with the Asian community?
Okay.
And I have two responses to this.
You want me to respond or you want to respond?
Either one, doesn't matter.
Well,
who
for
does it
me, I
first.
want to stand with anybody because I don't like people getting killed for stupid reasons. People,
Right.
like pedophiles, things like that. I'd be like, yeah, kill them. But like, just people getting killed just because you feel like killing somebody is wrong. And should we stand with them? Fine, I will stand with them. But our people have been getting killed for how long? And why all of a sudden now, because a different race is getting killed, we need to stand in solidarity when I haven't seen them people stand in solidarity with us. But I think now, I guess the more the merrier. But I'm just saying, it don't feel good when the shoe is on the other foot. When it show people getting, slain and murder or whatever, they just look at us like, oh, they did something or we deserved it or something. Mm-hmm. But now when your people get killed, y'all calling for people to come to y'all rescue and stand in solidarity and things like that. But
Yes.
I stand. I march. They want me to march, protest. I'm there. I do it. Okay. Because I have to be the bigger person. I'm not going to just do them. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to lead.
We're always being the bigger people.
I'm going to be Michelle. I'm going to go high. I'm going to go.
Honestly, for me, I am not for anyone being shot, killed, and targeted.
Except for pedophiles.
That,
Oh, no.
well, yeah, they can be shot. I agree. I'm sorry, but I agree. I think it's very unfortunate that he targeted the Asian community. I think no one deserves that because when I heard that, it kind of took me back to Dylan Roof. You went to a black church, sat in there with them only because they were black, and shot and killed everyone in that church.
I did, but then we'll talk about that later, but I just realized why that church was targeted. I didn't know that was the reason why that church was
Yes,
targeted.
it was a black church. He wanted to kill black people.
No, it was a black church, but their pastor,
Reverend Pickney.
yeah. He had just, what show was I watching? He was just in front of like Congress and stuff, and he was
Yeah.
talking and everything, and I guess I don't think they like that too much.
He was a I don't know, representative, senator or something. Yeah,
and I don't think
very
they like
active.
it. So
Vocal.
I think that's the reason why. I thought it was just like some random church that they just walked in. I didn't realize that was.
Yeah, he was targeted.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his congregation also. But the fact that it was a black church had a lot to do with it also. And the fact that it was black people. That's what he was. That was his main goal, to get rid of us because, of course, he was racist. So he wanted to target us. So my problem is, like I said, I don't agree with anyone being shot and killed, and especially because of their race. No one should be targeted like that. But do I stand with the Asian community? Not racist at all, but do I stand with the community that does not usually stand with us? That's the question. Do I stand with you, but you don't stand with us?
That's because I think people has it. They think they're better than us. I think a lot of times people look down on us like they are above us, and a lot of us, like even like African people, they think that they are above us. But what they fail to realize, when it comes down to it, they gonna categorize all of us right on together. They gonna be like, oh no, you're black, but you're African. They not gonna look at you no different, or you're Asian, so you're better. They not gonna care. They don't like you either. Yeah. So let's not get it misconstrued like they favor you more. They don't. They don't care about you. Do the KKK, do they really care that some Asian people were slain like that? Do they really care?
No.
I really, they don't. They probably, that man probably got a lot of money and them accounts on his books that they paying for his lawyers and everything.
Oh, absolutely. They'll support him.
Like they support him. They do not care. So, would I stand? Yeah, I guess, because I feel like something needs to be done. And I don't think we have stood with them, but they haven't stood with us. So maybe some type of change, I don't know, something. And maybe it's more in numbers, so the more people, the better. So that's all I have to say. So
I mean, that was nice.
I'm just saying, I'm
nice.
going to be the bigger person.
I'm not going to be the bigger person. This is the thing, and I think we had a conversation about this, I want to say maybe a year ago. It was something totally different that we were talking about, and we were talking about standing with people. Well, the problem is this. Don't expect for us to stand with you when you don't stand with us. Black people, we always support everyone else. We support so many other causes. And people cannot keep expecting us to always support everyone else if we cannot get that same support.
But I think at some point somebody got to be the bigger person. Somebody.
But why does it always have to be us? At what point do we put our foot down? You can still support everyone else, but at some point you have to say, okay, I'm going to stop supporting everyone else. I'm going to support us. That's what we have to do sometimes, because we're always supporting everybody else's causes. Even when it came to, like, I was looking at the history program, Amend, and they were talking about, like, women's suffrage. It's interesting. We were fighting for equality for women, but who was it really for? It was for women, but technically, at the end of the day, it's white, and then it's everybody else.
That's true.
So while we were fighting for the same cause, who was it really benefiting? Because back then, it was really going to benefit white women. It was barely going to benefit us. So
That's
it's
true.
still always,
it barely was
going to
benefit black men, but like we have to. But like even by us doing it, it has changed. It was a change.
I mean, it was a change.
It was some type of change. So
did it affect us the same way? Is the question.
No, it probably never will. See, the thing we got to misconstrue. We think we on the same level playing field. We're not.
Oh, I know.
And we probably never will be.
So at some point, we have to think about that, and we have to still fight for us. It's still a big difference, and like people don't like to separate, but I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't draw these lines. We didn't separate us from them. They separated us a long time ago. So we still have to fight for our causes, but sometimes we have to step back from everybody else's causes and fight just for ours. Just like you look at Black Lives Matter. I've been to the protests. I've been to more than one protest. I've stood with those protests. But you're still mixing two different agendas even then. You're mixing fighting for Black lives with gay rights and their agenda. These are two different agendas. At the end of the day, you have your agenda, we have ours. When we keep mixing everything, it's not really drawing a fine line. I need your cause to be right there. I need our cause to be right here. Us being Black, us still fighting for equality, us still being mistreated, the prison system still being a modern day slavery. These things are still issues we've been dealing with. And we're still continuing to deal with in 2021. So while I'm for everyone being treated fairly and not being mistreated because of your sexual orientation, that's something totally different from what I'm fighting for right now. I'm fighting for my Black rights.
That's true. I mean, like, I get it. But, like, okay, we're fighting for our Black Lives Matter. Now, say if it's a Black man and he's gay and he's killed in the street by cops because he's Black. So, maybe because he's gay. So, do we not fight for him?
We fight for him because he's a Black man.
Because he's a Black man. But
if that's why he's killed. Because more than likely, if he's killed by police, it wasn't because he was gay. It's because he was a Black man. And as usual, targeted by the police because he was racially profiled. We're fighting for that. But it's a difference when we keep mixing agendas. We have a bad tendency of doing that. And as much as people have issues with Black people, most times when there's something that happens, we're standing with everyone. Most of us, not all of us, a majority of us will stand with anyone. We will fight for you because we understand how it is to be mistreated. We understand how it is to be racially profiled. We understand how it is to our families to have dealt with segregation, racism. So we're quick to stand with people because we understand how it is to be mistreated.
And then for me, it ain't even just about being like mistreated. And it's just my heart. Like, I can't, even if you're my friend, if I know you or something, if I feel like it's wrong, if I feel like it's wrong in my heart that it's wrong, I can't just blatantly just stand there and say and just turn a blind eye because it's not dealing with the Black people at this moment or Black matters. If you're white, green, whatever you are, Asian, and I see you get killed in the street by a police officer, I'm not going to just say, I'm not going to come to that protest because it's not dealing with my brothers, my people, my community, because now everything we so mixed. I might have a niece or a nephew that's half Asian. I might have somebody that's half white. Their brother might, my nephew, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel compelled to stand with that person. Or it's going to torment me if I don't.
But I get what you're saying, but the difference will be this. 9 times out of 10, if you were shot and killed in the street as an Asian American by the police, it wasn't because you were Asian American. Most times that wouldn't have been the reason. No. It would have been something else. So with that, we're not standing with you because you're Asian American.
It is. Sometimes it is because a lot of people, just like we are headed, people do not like foreigners and things like that. They are targeted. They are mistreated as well.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying 9 times out of 10 though, it wasn't because you were Asian American that you were shot. That's still dealing with police brutality. So it's still a difference. That's the thing. Was it police brutality or was it because you were Asian? More than likely it was police brutality against you. Period. So that's the thing. We still have to figure out why. What's really going on? Was it an issue with the police where they just felt like I had the power, you didn't, so we're going to kill you? Or is it because you were targeted because of your race? Those are two different things. Now you're dealing with police brutality. You're dealing with racial profiling. So it's still different things. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We have to really focus on what's really going on. What's the problem? Why was this person targeted? And like I said, when it comes to the Asian community, I have no problem standing with anyone. At the same time, like I said, people have to think about this. You always want somebody to come and stand with you guys. We need you to stand with us. Because I'm not saying everybody. Not all Asians are funny acting. Not all of them are racist. Not all of them treat us poorly, but we're going to be really honest. When I go to a beauty supply, who owns the beauty supplies? Who owns probably 98, 99% of them? Mm-hmm. Somebody in the Asian community. How do they treat us?
They follow us in the beauty supply
Exactly.
stores.
We're spending our money with you, and you're following me around like I'm a thief. That makes me not want to spend my money with you. Because now I feel like you're in our community, but you're disrespecting me. You're treating me like I'm a criminal. You're talking about us in your language sometimes. Mm-hmm. And they've got caught a few times where, like, you'll be in a nail shop, and they're talking about you. Not realizing some of us actually can speak the language. Not enough of us, but some of us can. And know exactly what you're saying.
Right.
And a few of them have gotten cussed out because of it. But we're your customers, but you're talking about us in your language. I don't care if you speak your language, but when you're talking about me, but I'm paying you my money. And what else? It was something else. The beauty supply that, I don't know what they say in the restaurants. I don't know. I'm still questioning some of the food. We're not going to go there, though. But I mean, like I said, it's just a point. You have to watch how you treat people in your community. Just like we go to these liquor stores. I'm sorry, I'm off topic, but you go to liquor stores. Who runs the liquor stores? You have the Chaldean community that's running the liquor stores.
Honestly, this might have been. I'm thinking. I'm like, I know about the people, the Asian people that were murdered. Was this the first time something like this has happened? Had this happened like multiple times? Like, is this something? This is a reoccurring thing? Like, this is my first time?
No, on that scale, this is the first time that I've heard about this. Of course, like any community, they were saying that, you know, there are times where they are targeted because they're Asian. That's going to happen in any community, unfortunately. You are going to be attacked. The fact of the matter is, white supremacy reigns in this country. Mm-hmm. So everyone's going to be targeted. If you're a foreigner, if you're an immigrant, I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever color, nationality you are, if you're an American, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, some of you are going to be targeted.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more research. I'm going to have to think. But I don't, we'll see. I'm going to do some more research.
So will we stand with you is the question.
To be continued.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But what we going into? What's the next thing we talk about? Something a little bit more. Not I'm so tired of all this murder, all this killing. It's depressing.
But just wrapping that up, we'll stand with you when it comes to you being targeted. At the same time, I feel like you need to think about the fact that if you want us to stand with you, you guys need to start standing with us.
Now, I think we have to take accountability for when these people don't stand with us. And
still support.
Just to speak on like the George Floyd thing, I know they're doing his trial right now. Mm-hmm. But when all that went down and the protest was all down, I remember my son cut on his PlayStation. And it was like, we stand with you. And I seen these different companies that I never see, the NBA and everybody, he was forced to take a stand because they knew people, like, if you couldn't say all lives, you either said we with you or we not, because they knew it was going to be an issue. So I think that we have to take accountability with these people that's not standing with us. Okay, the Asian community, they not standing with us. But we still going in there giving them our money. Mm-hmm. So I think it's on us to take accountability for them.
Absolutely.
So I bet if they pockets are, I bet a lot of people will start, standing just like I seen all these other people start taking stands. I couldn't even, the TV, everything was, we stand with Black Lives, all this, like I had never seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember.
This is the first.
It was on everything, the Xbox, the place, everything. I said,
finally. But it took to what, 2020, 2021?
Yep.
For them to finally say they stand with us?
Like everybody was just, we stand with you, because they knew it was just, it was on. It was like either you with us or you not.
Right.
What it is. And they knew they was going to feel it in their pockets. They might not even be with us, but they knew they had to say something because they know who write them checks. And it's not your people. It's not their people.
Absolutely.
So they knew.
Because we spend $1 trillion. We spend, was it 1 point, and it's probably more than this now. We spend annually $1.4 trillion. So for a community that they say is so poor or so broke, we spend a whole lot of money.
We spend a whole lot of money making other people rich besides our people.
Because we own, what, less than 10%? I don't even think it's 10%. It might be less than that. I have to actually look it up again. We don't own anything. We barely own in our communities, period. Nail shops. Who do you see in the nail shops? You see black people in the nail shops. Who owns the nail shops? Most of them, I really haven't encountered like a black on just nail shop. Mm-hmm. And I have went to salons and they might have a nail tech. Yeah. There or whatever, a couple of nail techs, but I haven't encountered with like that's what we like when I go in to get my nails done or whatever. It's usually not us. Yeah.
It's not us. Generally, it's not us.
We go to the liquor stores. Who owns majority of the liquor stores? You're doing good if you find maybe a few liquor stores owned by somebody black in our state. Our city, more likely you're not going to find that in your city. Grocery stores. Who owns the grocery stores? We don't. I can't think of, in Michigan, I can't think of one grocery store that is black owned. I think they said it was one liquor store in Detroit that's black owned, and that's it. Gas stations, we do own 6 gas stations in Detroit. Or is it 5? Might be 5. So we do own about between 3 to 6 gas stations, because I heard about a few more that I didn't know of. So we do own a few of them finally. But how many gas stations are there? If you're talking about only about 5 or 6 out of what, 1,000 gas stations, if not more, that's still not a lot. Right. But we spend all this money making everyone else rich. We're buying all this hair. How much of this stuff do we own? We don't even corner the market in any of this stuff. Right. But yet we're spending all our money with them. Like, people have to think about that, because
I do agree.
People get upset though.
I was going to call you Mo. I do agree, Chris. I said I do agree with you there,
girl. Because people get upset. Like, when I was telling one of my brothers, we were going back and forth about this, and I was saying how I was looking for some kind of black owned business. I forgot which one it was, what I was looking for exactly, but I was looking for something that was black owned. And he was like, "Why you always gotta say black owned?" Talking about, "Oh, you racist, you racist." I said, "Really? How am I racist?" Because I'm intentional. I intentionally look for black owned businesses. Why shouldn't I? I support everybody else all the time. If I go to the gas station, who getting my money? Right. I run to the grocery store. Who's getting my money? I run to CVS, Walgreens, right? Who's getting my money? Everywhere I go, it's not black owned. So yes, I have to really be strategic with it. I have to really actually figure out where are some black owned businesses that I can go and spend my money with them. I have to look these places up. Like, I have a bakery I go to on Greenfield 696, BT's Bakery. I go there and I buy cupcakes and snacks for the kids. That's a black owned bakery. I intentionally go to that bakery because I know it's black owned. I find people who bake cakes or, have small businesses. I don't care if you're running it out of your home, if I know you and I know you're clean, or somebody recommended you. Let me rephrase that. There are certain business or small businesses I'll ask other people about, and I'll say, are they black owned? Because I do want to support us, and I try to make a habit of supporting us. So if I can give my money to us, yeah, I'm going to give it to us, because 9 times out of 10 we're going to spend with everybody else.
Right. I believe we should, our people, believe that we should spend with more of our own people, because we do spend with everybody else. We are the ones who make everybody else rich. If we could go spend $400 on a pair of pants, on this and that, and then we'll complain when, one of our people they charge $100 for something, and we like, oh, what, they expensive. Ugh. But what? Let me get a discount.
That's true.
Can I get a discount?
And I never thought about that till somebody said it. And I heard it a few times. They were like, we're really quick to ask us for a discount, but you'll go spend all this money with other people. And when I thought about it, I said, that's really messed up. Like, I guess I never really thought about that. And I was like, I'll spend money with us. I'm not going to ask you for a discount. If I'm not going to ask anybody else, I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you for a discount because you're black. And I had to learn, even like beauty supplies. I used to ask, like, well, why are black-owned beauty supplies so expensive? And then I found out why they charge as much as they do for some products. So I'm like, once you find out, they don't get the same credit as others.
I bet they don't.
You know, they're charged more. It's different, and everything is intentional to keep them basically out of these markets. So once you know that, once you learn that, then it's like, okay, I'll still spend my money with you. I'm not spending my money with you just because I'm not going to complain because I know you're going to charge me maybe 30 cents more where I can go get it. So of course I want a deal, usually. But when I go shopping black owned, I don't expect to get a major markdown. Right. Because I know you guys are struggling to stay in business. I'd rather pay extra money with you to keep you in business than to go spend it with somebody else and we're out of the market completely. Like, I want to see our community thrive. If we want to see us thrive, we have to be a part of that. The only way we can be a part of it is to spend our black earned dollars with black businesses. And one more thing, because we stayed on this topic way longer. I got one more thing to say. Black people, stop saying I don't shop with or I don't spend my money with black-owned businesses because they are unprofessional. When you say that, you sound ignorant, it's stupid, and it's disrespectful. Because when you have somebody in the beauty supply following you around, you still go to the beauty supply and spend money with them. You go back to the same one that just sat there and watched you like you were a common criminal. When you go to the grocery store and you know some of these grocery stores selling outdated food in communities where they know most of these people don't have cars.
Selling outdated food.
Girl, I've seen it myself. I've seen certain markets where the food expired months ago and they'll put it on there and say this food is expired. Mm-hmm. And they'll still sell it to you because it's communities where they know these people are struggling.
And they're like, oh, it's $1, it's $2, it's 50 cents,
yeah.
2 for $1.
That's nonsense.
Okay, I've seen it.
That's nonsense. You're not about to go to some area like Bloomfield Hills and you're not going to do that there. You're not going to go to certain communities and do that. You're going to do it in some of the disenfranchised, some of the more impoverished communities. That's where you're going to go. To those people, you're going to do that because 9 times out of 10, a lot of us are going to complain amongst each other. We're not going to report them. So they get away with whatever they want.
That's true. And then you badmouth that business, that black business, that one time, and it spread like wildfire.
Yes.
And you can run a business.
All the time.
I get it.
Because I hear that so much. Oh, they're not professional. But yet you still spend your money with everybody else. Like, what is that saying about you? Like, we have to really pay attention to what we say, and we have to stop that.
Okay. Let's move on. Let's move to the next topic. Next.
Yeah. We have barely...
next.
We have a few minutes to talk about this. So, real quick. Russell Wilson. I looked at another post I saw online, and they were saying that women would prefer to have Future rather than somebody like Russell Wilson. And I just find that to be so interesting because I'm like, why would we rather have Future? You got, a bunch of kids' mamas, a bunch of kids. You could barely speak. And this is just what I see.
I guess I don't really follow Future like that. I know him and Sierra do have a son. I don't know him like I don't know him not to like him. I don't know anything. Like I don't know him. Like I don't know him.
I don't know him either. But from what I've seen, if I had to pick between him and Russell Wilson seems like a good man. He seems stable. He loves his family. He might seem a little on that dorky side. I don't care about that. That seems like a good man that cares about his family, and he loves God from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. Well-rounded. Seems like he has his crap together. And then you take Future, I'm assuming the hood dude, like I said, could barely speak because it didn't sound. When I listened to him talk, I only listened to him for a second because he irritated me, so I had to change it. Just listening to him speak was irritating my life. So I'm like, you got a bunch of kids. You seem like you got too much crap going on. I don't see it at all.
Is he doing something? Is he like putting Sierra through something? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't like their relationship. I just took it as their relationship didn't work. It was what it was. I mean, her and Russell got together. Like, I don't see them. From what I see, he a good dude. I mean, I don't have any issues with him. I like who he is with her. I like how he loves her and her kids.
Yes.
I love that aspect of it. And I'm not gonna say that Future don't love his kids or nothing like that. So I don't know.
We don't really know. You only know what you see on TV.
I do like a man that's gonna help elevate you. Like, I don't want you to pull me down. Like, I like growth. I don't like to be in the same space I was a year ago or be the same person I am. I like to see growth in myself. Right. So I like that aspect. And I do think that she has grown with Russell.
Absolutely.
I think I've seen a different Sierra with him versus with Russell. Like, I feel like she can trust him. Like, you could be a little bit more, what's the word? More secure. Not secure. What's the word I'm looking for? You feel safe. You feel protected because every woman wants that.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to be like, oh, I trust you with my life, my heart, like my all, and you got me. Like, if I feel like you got me, like, that's a whole different feeling. Like, I don't want to be teetered her. Like, I don't know. Like, should I let you hold my hand? We playing tug of war with it. Like, oh, you about to F me up? Like, nah. Like, you gonna stab me? Like, nah, I'm good. So I like who she is with Russell. So.
Because, I mean, if you're with the right person, that right person is going to bring out the best in you. Mm-hmm. They're going to love you. They're going to support you. They're going to push you to want more and to do better, and vice versa. So if you're not pushing each other and trying to elevate each other to the next level, that's kind of a problem. It's about growth.
Yeah, and I don't know Future background. I don't know his background, how he was raised and all that. I don't know. I really don't know how Russell was raised. A lot of things come into play. A lot of values that are put on people. Like, everybody has different values. Yeah. Everybody was raised different. So I don't know. So,
but I think they were really.
I am kind of team Russell. I do like him, who he is. I think he's kind of cute. But
I think they were kind of going with this though. Hood dude versus, I guess, the straight laced guy. Like, I think that's where they were really going.
I think everybody like a little hood or something like that, but you don't even gotta be hood. My thing is, I do like a man to be a man. Like, I like to feel secure. Like, if we come into something, I don't want to feel like I have to protect you. Yeah. Like, I need to know that you're okay. Like, if I feel like, am I gonna turn and you gonna be gone with your tail tucked between you? Like, I need to know that I'm safe with.
But even then, that's society that makes it seem like if you have a man that's well-rounded, has himself together, just because he wears a suit every day and he doesn't talk
it's
slang
a lot of thugs and suits.
But that's what I'm saying. But no, for real, like no. But they make it seem like they're so straight-laced, they're so corny. Like they're still men at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So it's like society has made it seem like they're the weaker between them and a hood dude, when that's not the case. A man is still a man. It doesn't matter whether he's wearing a suit, whether he is a professional, or whether he's a dude in the street. A man is still a man. Because you got men in the street that's little punks.
That's true. That's true.
So, I guess with that, we're team Russell Wilson. Other than that, it's been a pretty good show.
Hey.
And we're going to wrap it up. Can't wait to see you guys again.
All right. Support a black business this week, y'all.
Yes.
All right. And we
make a move, make it matter. Yeah. Forget the rest.
How y'all feeling?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.